This is The Attic in Buffalo. Episode 5. Featured musician PA Line. Featured DJ Roborock. Featured comedian James Kurdziel. Featured poets Brandon Williamson and Team Finks. Featured artist Mark Adamusic. With Linda Nolan and Hot Garbage Comedy. And your host, Pat Williams. Hello everyone, I'm Pat Williams, and welcome to another episode of The Attic in Buffalo, a show that spotlights the talent and creativity of musicians, comedians, poets, and artists of all kinds. Buffalo is a major producer of creative people, and it's a city with a lot to offer. Our featured DJ on this month's episode, Roborock. Our featured musician on this month's episode is from Buffalo, New York, and after only being together for 1 year, they're starting to make a real buzz. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for PA Line.
Trust, and on that day I'll come to learn that in this life we'll crash and burn. So take these thoughts and take my words, and I gave my heart. I'm so absurd to think that you could come to me and make me believe that I'll be happy. So now close my mouth, I'll bite my tongue. Well, I'll shut up, baby, go. Baby, leave, baby, shut up, baby, go. Tell you that I know what's best. Let me lie, let me put you through the test. You put me through enough. My eyes glazed over with the scent of rust. Passion, lust, and greed defied by a crooked mind, by a broken spine. It seems you nearly said enough. You've gone too far, you can't get back up. So now, lust is just you close.
It may look like being in a rock band is glamorous, but it's hard work. Being in a different city every night, not to mention missing home. Hi, I'm Lena Irving, known to many bands as Mama Lena. And my kids are in a rock band, so I know how difficult life on the road is. That's why I founded BandMom.com. We take care of all your band's needs. Whether you're a worried mom or your parents just aren't supportive enough, BandMom.com has you covered. Home-cooked foods, clean clothes, and to keep you warm. And just so you don't lose your way, I've MapQuested directions to all your venues. Hi, how are you? Yes, you might think we're your tour manager, but we're not. We're BandMom.com. Why do it yourself when you can have BandMom.com do it for you? Wait, you forgot this! BandMom.com.
Welcome to Driver's Ed, as taught by your sex education teachers.
Now, before we get started, it has to be said that 64% of teens driving unprotected have ended up injured or dead. Yo, driving without a seatbelt feels so good.
I know it feels so free.
But it's a risk that's unnecessary.
You know, I remember the first car I drove. She was a dream. Body kit like a tuner. I was 17. She was a 1977 Cougar.
That was a good year.
I maybe should have mentioned that I had never driven and should have ridden in something newer because I just knew how to go. I had no clue how to maneuver.
Well, my TV teaches me that every clutch is different. You've got to feel her out to turn her on.
Listen to the sound of the engine moan.
Feel her vibrate beneath you. Hands at 10 and 2. Check your mirrors at the door. Forget the past and remember what you came here for. Foot to the floor, head up, shift into position, and go.
Look, listen, pay attention to the signs, stay between the lines, and drive slow, because if you're out there on the road tripping, it's
bound to take a toll. But there were so many things I didn't know. Yeah, like when I first began this drive, that I might stop and go prematurely the first few times, or that watching driving simulators convinced me that I could keep up with race car drivers and the souped-up models they ride inside.
But say, it's all about choosing the right ride. When I first learned to drive, religion taught me how to decide. And the rule of the road that they said was most important is you had to live righteous. Because you couldn't get the model you like just right, just important.
Whoa, you couldn't get anything for it?
No.
Oh, Jesus.
Chrysler knew exactly the model you wanted. And get this, you didn't even get to test the ride or look inside before you bought it.
That sales pitch sounded a bit suspicious. See, education taught in fear of natural impulses has a way of impairing your vision.
So even if the Lord takes the wheel,
there's still a chance of collisions.
Hey, I just wanted to drive.
Whoa. Maintaining your ride is a big commitment. Pump your brakes. It's not a race. You've got time. Stay in your lane, and for God's sake, be aware of the stop signs.
That reminds me of my party days. Waking up in a Pinto, thought I fell asleep in a limo. Hey, but that's what I get for trying to hitch your ride home from the club in a rental. That was on DW.
I've learned that every vessel has a story, and her story has soul. Every mile's an adventure.
So when the rubber meets road, it doesn't matter where you come from. It's
where you want to go. If you're not ready to drive,
or the ride is moving too fast,
walk.
But if you do decide to drive,
there's more to it than the lessons you've been taught. Take care of her, and she'll take care of you.
So if you end up broken down,
it's your own ass fault.
Hey, I'm Mark out of music. I live in San Francisco, originally from Buffalo, New York. Lived in Brooklyn for a little bit. I've been drawing my whole life, always been doodling and drawing like hairy monsters and crazy cartoon characters. Most of my work is usually animals in these wild underwater space scenarios where they could be happening in different planets. I like to think that I capture a moment with every character where they're having a moment of clarity. They're just pondering out in the moon and they're just thinking about what can be. I normally just go day to day with my life and just get inspired by things on the street, looking at views of the city, talking with people, getting into trouble, go skateboarding, cycling, and then I just get my canvas or draw and I just doodle and just kind of go with the flow and kind of like use my intuitive style and just kind of see what I express coming out of it. Doing my artwork is very therapeutic for me. Sometimes I forget that I'm even painting, and it's been about 8 hours and I've been just working the whole time, forgetting to even eat. You know, sometimes you just get lost in it. My favorite part is just figuring out the process of how you work as a creative person and seeing what works. You know, like I tend to wake up and first thing I do is I'm already planning my day and what I'm gonna do later on. And I'll be drawing all day just to warm up, just to get into the process.
He has performed with Bill Burr, Jim Norton, and Colin Quinn. In Buffalo, he's a regular at Helium's Comedy Night, and he can be heard every weekday on 103.3 The Edge. Ladies and gentlemen, your featured comedian, James Kurdziel.
Thanks, crowd that was instructed to applause. That's fantastic of you guys. I've never been a part of a show where I'm on stage and the crowd that I'm performing for is told that they have to laugh no matter what because it looks good on camera. It's fantastic. I could just stand up here and say terrible things. Like, hey man, your car's getting robbed right now. Can I please go check now? I'm happy to be here. I'm happy I made it here. Unlike a lot of American males, I readily admit that I'm a really terrible driver. So whenever I make it anywhere, it's usually kind of a victory in its own right. I find myself, though, the victim of road ragers a lot, which is not a fun thing, especially when you know how bad of a driver you are. Like, I don't understand why. I get it. I cut you off. I'm an asshole. I can't be better at it. If I could, I would be. And why do you need me to see you after I do it? Like, you cut someone off, and they immediately race up next to you, and they're just like, all right, I get it. The irony of that is they're causing way more bullshit on the roads than I ever did, just trying to catch up so I could see them. And it's like, and I don't know, I try to do, like, it's hard to communicate car to car, isn't it? Like, it's hard to do you can't just, like, write I'm sorry on a piece of paper and hold it up on the window, you know? Like, so you do this, right? You go, you know? So I did that to a guy, and I was ready for what usually happens. What usually happens when you do the car I'm sorry is you get this, get that back, you fuck you know? I got this. Complete with that, I don't know if you saw that up close, but complete with Guy Duckface, which is a worse fucking hell than Hitler. Guy Duckface. Like, whoever invented that? I thought it looked bad on girls. Guys, it's way worse. And then this thing, and I didn't know what that was. I'm like, is this better than fuck you? I think it's probably worse, because this is fuck you, and this is like mediocre hand job. Like junior year, first one you're touching, like, I don't know what to do. It's like, and you would think that I'd have some camaraderie with the guy, being that we were both guys coming from the suburbs into the east side at like 2 in the morning on a Wednesday in SUVs. Wonder what else we could possibly have in common. It's like, I'm just happy spring's here finally. I'm glad we got through winter. The entire Northeast, really, but particularly Western New York, we got clobbered pretty bad in winter. And that's fine. That's what we signed up for when you live in a place like this. It's like, hey, winter. You sort of have a contract with Mother Nature. That contract usually does not include getting buried under like 100 feet of snow in a day. And at first, though, I'm like, this is kind of cool because we're finally getting into the storm naming game. Like, hurricanes owned that for years, but now, like, we're going to start naming storms. And then they come up with Winter Storm Knife, which is the dumbest name for anything I've ever heard. Winter Storm Knife. Like, hurricanes have, like, badass, like, power girl names. Like, and we're Winter Storm Knife. And they're like, well, it kind of cut the city like a knife. Like, you unoriginal nitwits. Why not call it Winter Storm Mouth? Because it sucked balls. It was the worst. Yeah, forced applause. Forced applause. Keep that shit going. That's right. Thank you. I did. I earned it. That's good to know. That's good to know. I really don't mind. I don't mind the snow. I don't mind the winter storms. What I do mind are the people after a big snowstorm who go, can't wait to see the maternity ward in 9 months. Yeah, man. Because after my 6th panic attack, because I can't dig out my car faster than the snow's falling, I just want to fuck Raw Dog. That's how that goes. Oh my God, look at that. I can't find my shoes outside. Better leave it in, you know? Like, or is that like the straw that broke the camel's back when it comes to layering? Right? Like, it's like, all right, put on another coat, put on another hat, condom. No, fuck that. Not doing it. Speaking of storms and making babies in them, I have a 13-year-old daughter. It's the only transition for that. That's the only one. I don't, you know, like, as we're leading into Christmas time with that. And now that my daughter's a teenager, like, all fun has been sucked out of Christmas for me. You know, because she's just kind of like, she wants everything. You know, this past year, she gave me her Christmas list, and there were 36 things on it. 36 things. And I'm like, you try to do the teaching moment, right? And I sat her down, I'm like, there are starving poor kids in China, and they gotta make all this stuff. They're never gonna have enough time. Especially with our weather. They're never gonna get here. Amazon doesn't have their drones here yet. It's just not gonna happen. Number 18 on her list, a trip to Spain, ... without you. Trip to Spain without me. She's like, yeah, I just wanna go. I wanna go. I don't wanna go with you. I just wanna go. So instead of doing that, I just got a copy of that movie Taken on DVD. I gave that to her instead. I was like, you need to watch this, because if you watch closely, you'll notice that I can't do any of that shit. Like, my special set of skills is ordering pizza without looking up the number. That's about it. So if this is a movie about our life, it's not even Taken, it's just gone. That's the movie with us. Guys, it's been a lot of fun. Thank you so much.
Tough match there for Beverly.
Yeah! So guys, my cousin Rick, I think he's gonna come and watch the game with us, if that's cool.
That is not cool.
What's up, guys? You guys sportsing it up or what, man? Oh man, I was getting into it last night, guys. I was switching back and forth between preseason baseball game and
It's called spring training.
sports mania, more like it.
Nope, no one calls it that.
Dude, my favorite part of the game is like all the guys line up and then one of them gets to shoot without like any interference from any of the other guys. It's like they're like giving them a fair shot at the basket.
You mean a free throw?
Yeah. It's like, why don't they just play the game like that the whole time? It's so much harder when like there's a guy trying to block you from shooting.
Because that would be boring as shit.
Ooh, you see that ref? Look how fast he's running. You ever see like when one of the guys falls down, when the sports guys falls down, and then the guy comes out with like a mop and he has to mop it up all real quick before like they start running back? It's like so exciting.
I think he just called the players sports guys.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
He scored a couple points.
Nice. Yeah. Deuce? Trey Deuce in the deuce hole?
No, just
regular
deuce.
Deuce.
Yo.
Yo!
Settle down.
Cool.
Yeah, that's a hell of a three-pointer, huh?
I know, right? Are you a Syracuse fan? Do you like
Huge.
Oh, you actually were on
Whoa, what is this? I don't know if you guys know what this is, but this is guys watching sports.
Yo. No.
I know. Enough with them.
What do you know about sports?
I know a bunch about sports. What do you know about sports?
Oh, well, I know that in my bracket, all of my picks made the Final Four.
Yeah, well, I got 64 picks in my bracket, so back to dudes, right? Oh! You see that timeout? Love it when they get timeout in there, you know? Everybody gets a little breather. Maybe take a nap, chat with the coach.
Someone's hurt right now. It's an injury timeout.
Cool thing about that, though, you know, one guy goes down, another guy from the bench gets to come on and get a chance to play. You know, maybe he didn't get...
Shut up! Just shut up! Shut up! You don't know shit! You don't know shit about sports! I was in the University of Maryland for their last season at Cole Fieldhouse. I was at the University of Maryland for the Clemson riots. I've been here for the past 10 March Madnesses. This is the first time I've seen you. I've never seen you here before. And you're coming here with your prep school bullshit? You like timeouts? Who the fuck likes timeouts? Who the fuck picked 64 teams to be in the Final Four? What kind of fucktard are you? Who the fuck likes the WNBA? Who the fuck watches arena football? Who the fuck watches preseason baseball tryouts? I'm tired of you and I need you to fuck out of here. You don't know shit!
Let's get out of here, bros. Oh my, did you just dunk slam it twice in a row?
It was a replay.
I'd like to give it up for the Attic and Buffalo's featured DJ, Roborock. Featured comedian James Kurdzill. Featured poets Brandon Williamson and Team Fix. Featured artist Mark Admusic. And one more time, give it up for PA Line. Woo!
The ties between the truth that you will lie right through your teeth and see all the people you have left behind, all the reason why I hope you say. Hope you see the end used by God, you'll be used by God.